Buongiorno. Dear participants, dear friends of Ukraine, this is already our fourth recovery conference during the full-scale war. Thank you to all of Ukraine's friends for standing with us and helping us resist Russian aggression. This year's conference takes place in Rome, a city full of history and meaning. It was here in 1957 that the treaties of Rome established the European Economic Community and laid the foundation for today's European Union. URC 2025 is about long-term goals for the coming decades, for the future generations. Almost every day we see headlines about Russian terror in Ukraine. Civilian lives are lost, critical infrastructure is destroyed, and our environment is severely damaged. As of today, environmental damage in Ukraine is estimated at nearly 108 billion euros. Over 9,000 cases of environmental damage have been officially documented. This includes the destruction of the Kakhovka Dam, contamination of the Seyma and Dniester River, oil spill in the Black Sea, and serious damage to the Chernobyl site. Military actions have released over 230 million tons of carbon emissions into the atmosphere. This number keeps growing with every explosion and every day. Nearly 23% of Ukrainians' land is still covered with landmines. Damage to water infrastructure is estimated at over $746 million. It will cost nearly $11 billion to repair. We are witnessing unusual patterns of animal migration caused by the fighting, disruption in entire ecosystems. Ukraine has lost around 10.6 trillion euros in the mining sector. The scale of this destruction makes environmental protection not just a matter of quality of life, but a matter of national and continental security. That is why we say recovery is not something that begins after the war. It is already happening from the very first day of the full-scale invasion. One of our key developments in the draft law on the green recovery, which follows the European Union's do not significant harm principle. It introduced regulations for a green taxonomy to help attract sustainable investments into the recovery process. Recovery needs long-term climate financing. Our priority is to lay the groundwork for using the best available clean technologies. In addition to setting terminology, criteria, and principles, this law will help attract private investment. It also provides a legal framework for financial instruments such as green bonds and sustainable corporate finance mechanisms, fully aligned with the EU Green Taxonomy. Even before the full-scale invasion, Ukraine committed to adopt core EU rules and directives related to sustainable finance and green recovery. By advancing together with our partners, we can benefit from financial, technical, and expert support, and we can also share experience. Our next step is to develop a green recovery strategy. This will enhance transparency, provide legal clarity for both public and private investors, and help engage more stakeholders. The enemy wants to create a deep divide between us and our allies, but Ukraine continues advancing in line with the EU Green Deal, and it's already addressing the consequences of war, without waiting for it to end. Last year in Berlin, at the URC, we launched the Green Recovery Platform together with our partners. It's aimed to unite everyone supporting Ukraine's green recovery. It began with 5 million euros from the German government. Today, contributions have reached 20 million euros, and we thank all who's involved in this important effort. Despite the war, Ukraine continues to protect and restore its nature. In the Donbas region, the Svyati Gori National Park has suffered a major environmental disaster. The war has impacted this protected area since 2014. This year, reforestation efforts have begun using innovative techniques. Additionally, 100 kilometers of forest roads and access roads to firefighting ponds have been cleared of landmines. After the Kakhovka Dam was destroyed, the government launched the largest water project in modern Ukraine. Within just 11 months, a new water pipeline in Hulets to the southern reservoir was designed and built from the ground up. Even during the war, Ukraine has built several animal rehabilitation centers. This not only help protect biodiversity, they also provide emotional healing for the people affected by the war, including veterans, of course. There are many more examples like this. Green recovery is a central element of our economic agenda. It introduced modern environmental practices, aligns with the European Union, and calls for cooperation with all stakeholders. So we invite all interested partners to join us. We are open to discussion and collaboration. As we build a new world on the path to peace, we are also shaping a new model of environmental stewardship amid the scars of war. Thank you very much for your attention. Grazie mille.